how with the discussion, how he showed the different ways it could take place. Because I've seen that. For example, you're late or whatever, you're useless, and the person just kind of cowers away. Oh, I'm sorry, and this goes back to the little cubby. Whereas you have that other person that's like, you're not gonna talk to me like that. I don't care if I was late, but you still have to talk to me. And I just kind of, saw myself. So I felt as though I was that person, within my company. And I think for me, because I am very vocal as a person, and I think that's kind of just how I was. I would constantly have to talk to my superiors and have discussions with them and say, hey, I understand that this is what's going on. I understand that, but I'm, 39 years old. I own my own company, and I understand that I'm employed here, but you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. So from this point forward, you won't have that problem for me again, but you're going to have to, talk to me a certain kind of way.
What ego state do you think they were talking to you in?
I think they were treating me like I was a child, and they were the parent.
But what ego state were they talking to you?
I think they were the parent, and they thought I was a child.
And what part of that parent ego state, what are some of the attributes or things that go on within the parent ego state? Could you say that? What are some of the things that go on with that parent ego state? You notice how they said there are a couple of different things, and they show the words on both sides. What is that parent ego state talking about?
The control.
Control.
Right. So I can give you a prime example. There was a period where I had a branch manager that had 5 children, and he and I had a discussion, and I had to write him. I said, I'm not one of your 5 kids. I understand that, and he was also a leader in his church community, and he homeschooled his children, his wife, pretty much handled that part, but he was used to being in control of everything all the time. And I understand you're the management here, no problem with that, but you're not going to talk to me any kind of way.
Well, as much as being in control, I think he always operated in the parent ego
Right.
state and not the adult ego state.
Right.
I think one of the things it said also about the parent ego state is that they're nurturing, they're caring.
Right.
I mean, parents want to control their kids, and that's all good. It's not bad to be in control, don't get me wrong. If I want to...
But I think the wife was more the nurturer. Just my interaction with him, and I met his wife, and you know how like a lot of times you use the example, go ask mom, go ask dad, because kids kind of know which one will give them the cookies and which ones won't. And so I think in that situation, dad was the control and mom was the nurturer.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if I'm talking to my son, daughter, whatever, if I'm the parent and I'm in the parent ego, say, I'm going to tell you, hey, don't run out there in that street, son.
Because you don't want to get run over.
Thank you.
Right.
It ain't because I want to control them. I just want them to get the thought in their head, be thinking that there's a reason why daddy telling me, or he's in that parent ego state, that he don't want me to run out there. It ain't because I want you to have fun, but when you run out in that street and you get hit by a truck, come on. That's why parents do different things. They nurture, they control, but that's the ego state. But I want to move on. Tell me what is the goal of transactional analysis? What is the goal of TA?
I would personally think is to try to get I just look at earlier today, Wes was mentioning centering. So I think that just from looking at the information presented, the adult state is where you may want to be. And so I look at the example of how the boss was like, you're useless, and then the lady, Jackie turned it around from being the child, and then had it turned around on him to being from parent to child. I don't think that really was, a good situation either, because he's still, the supervisor, I guess. So that wasn't, in my mind, a good way. But I agree, you shouldn't talk to someone any kind of way. You shouldn't tell your employees that they're useless, because I've had someone tell me that. But, I think the adult state is like a happy medium that you can maybe give your constructive criticism or whatever information, deliver your message in a way that is not controlling and offensive or disruptive.
Well, Greg, tell me something about the child ego state that they were talking about.
Some of the characteristics of a child ego state are someone that's always apologetic, someone that they're more of of a follower than a leader. They have to be told what to do because naturally most children are told what to do instead of them making their own decisions at a young age. So those are some of the characteristics. And when you have a child and a parent relationship, that child actually waits for someone to tell them what to do before they make the move.